What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pocket GM 21 video on the channel. And in today's video, we are back with episode 2 of our series, like I said, on Pocket GM 21. We are back today, and if you guys have missed the first episode or the introduction episode, you guys can go check those out. I'll leave those linked in the top right corner at some point. This is also part of the playlist, so you guys can check out the playlist on the channel if you guys are interested. We are 4-4 on the year. If you guys missed some of the trades and stuff we did in last episode, like I said, definitely go check those out. But we are 4-4 on the year. Very, very surprising. You guys can see our team and our schedule, how we are looking. Our offense is not great. We have an okay, kind of a little bit of an average rushing attack, a pretty solid pass defense, a little bit on the lower side of the rush defense, and overall, we're about middle of the pack on defense. Offense, we're kind of struggling, which is kind of expected. I don't know if I expect a lot of good things or big things out of this team. But we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping to get through the last 8 games in today's episode. As we start off with a huge win, 31-15. You guys can see 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions for our quarterback. 5-4 on the year. I feel like there's a chance we could potentially make the playoffs here. We are, like I said, 5-4. The Patriots are still 9-0. I guess technically they're not the Patriots. They're just New England. We're going to lose this matchup against the Jets and bring us down to 5-5 on the year. We're still in the hunt for the playoffs. I'm not even sure if I want to make the playoffs or don't want to make the playoffs at the moment. But we'll keep going. New England's 10-0 on the year. We take a loss there. New England moves to 11-0. Can they get that undefeated season? Let's say one more week, and we take another loss, 5-7. Not great, but we get an injury to our defensive tackle. I'm just going to kind of go with it. It is what it is. Let's check out some of the stats, though. Quarterback with 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's not terrible. I can't complain about that. We'll check out 74.6 quarterback rating. Definitely not terrible. 10-4, 2,300 yards isn't great in 12 games, kind of low. But I don't expect a lot of things out of our young quarterback. We have we have 3 running backs. What is our scheme? We're a pro-style offense, so that makes sense. And we have 3 running backs. You guys can see 500 yards, 400 yards, 400 yards. Absolutely crazy. Wow, that's crazy. I am very surprised. I think I'm gonna give this guy the start. Although he does have 3 yards per carry, so I guess we'll just keep it how it is. No, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to move him around. We'll give him the start. Check out some of our receivers really quickly. 555 for Darius Benjamin. He is our number 1 receiver, going to be here for a couple more years. Joe Carey doing pretty well as well. Running back up there in receiving yards as well. And our tight ends are kind of lacking, which is a little disappointing. We have not too bad tight ends, like I said. But anyways, let's continue to go. Get through the sim. Get through the rest of this year. See if we're going to win any more games. Take another loss right there. Is that 3 in a row? It's 4 in a row. Wow. Okay. Are the Patriots? No. The New England finally lost a game. They lost to Tampa Bay. How funny is that? I'm recording this a couple of days after the Patriots and Bucks did just play, so that's kind of funny. But anyways, we are going to take the W there, moving us to 6-8 on the year. A wild card in our division at 11-3. Our division is insane. Wow. Look at how many points the Jets are giving up. 153. We're 239 on either side. We're probably not going to make the playoffs. We're 6-8. We're 1 game out behind Tennessee. We'll see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen? We lose to a 5-10 Buffalo, bring us to 6-9 on the year. And our kicker is actually going to be out for 4 weeks. Am I going to pick up a new kicker? Probably not. Our season's over. It's okay. As we take a loss to Jacksonville, moving us to 6-10 on the year. We're not going to make the playoffs, but that is okay. We lose 56-0 against the Patriots. Oh my goodness, we gave up 500 yards of offense, and they scored 29 in the 4th quarter. Quarterbacks with 2 interceptions. I don't even know what to say for that. We got absolutely shellacked. Let's check out the standings. 12-5 in our division. That's incredible. We gave up a lot of points defensively. You guys can see that's where we're struggling. Obviously, our offense isn't scoring a lot of points, but we only scored 9 less points than the Jets, but the Jets defense scores over 100 less points or allowed over 100 less points. Patriots with 453 yards of offense, the most in the league. We'll check out some of our team stats. You guys can see our passing offense is horrible. Overall, we're 30th, terrible. 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Not great. On the ground, we're doing pretty good. 2 with 500, 1 with 650. Receiving, not too bad. 2 receivers with almost 700 yards. Defensively, 9 sacks. That's not bad. 2 years left on his deal, or 1 year after this. Couple interceptions, 3 interceptions for LaVisca Holmes. And our kicker missed 1 extra point. 116 punts. That's got to be the most in the league. We have a lot of space for improvement. But like I said, I see a lot of potential here. I mean, I'd like to bring back some of these guys on the running back, but for our running backs. But we're gonna go through the rest of this year, sim through the playoffs, see who ends up going to the playoffs. Looks like New England is going to win their first round game. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on them to see if they can make the Super Bowl. And they do. 16-1 against Chicago, who is 13-4. I'm going to go with New England. They've had a phenomenal year, and they miss out on the undefeated season by 1 game against Tampa Bay. How fitting is that? But they're going to win. Check out some of the MVP, everything, see what this guy did for the year. 2,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, 600 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns. That's incredible. See Pittsburgh's quarterback throws for 5,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Absolutely incredible. Do we get many All-Pros? We had 1, our safety, and we'll go through there. So we had 1 All-Pro, 2 Conference Bowl. You guys can see where we stacked up this year. Absolutely terrible. Rushing attack was not bad, and we ranked 25th, which will give us the 7th pick in the draft, probably. And our legacy score is -2. Reputation out of depth decreased. Message from owner: we acknowledge team is in rebuild right now, and so are not surprised with the results this year. This team isn't ready to win a championship, but we expect you to make a run at the playoffs next year. So we're going to need to try to make a run, at least to be in the hunt for the playoffs. So we're going to go with Corey Vinoy for our quarterback next year. I'm very excited. I feel like I see a little bit of potential. Disappointed we couldn't get him Rookie of the Year, but we brought him on a terrible team, and he, 3,300 yards, 14 touchdowns, 11 picks, 250 on the ground with 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. Not a phenomenal year, but we'll run with it. We'll go with it, see what he can do in the upcoming years. J.J. Mullen, I'd love to get rid of this contract. I do not want him on the team. I'm thinking I might bring back some of these running backs. I might even bring back all of them. Our wide receivers, we could bring this guy back, but I feel like there's a chance we can pick someone else up. Let's check out some of the free agents, if there's any top free agents. We'll start out down here. Our kicker, we are going to offer this guy a 7-year deal, and we're going to see if we can sign him for $21 million over 7 years. We're bringing him back. Safeties, I'm not interested in bringing anybody back. Cornerbacks, not interested. Obviously, this guy's not interested because we're not a contending team. Wow, our linebackers are all declining. Very disappointing there. Lots of players retiring on the team, and people do not want to come back because we're not going to be a championship team next year. Offensive guard, 93 injury prone, played 14 games last year. Probably not going to bring him back. Offensive tackle, I'd be interested in this guy. I'm not going to extend him for a 5th year, but so we'll potentially give him a contract extension after this year. 77 overall, not too bad. I'm not going to give players who are declining a contract. Our wide receiver, probably not going to give a contract. Our tight end, this guy's kind of got some potential. He only had 179 yards receiving on 16 receptions. Not great, but he is a backup, so I don't know. I feel like there's a chance. Let's check out some tight ends, see if there's any other tight ends. Yeah, so I might actually go after this guy. This guy looks pretty well with 467 yards receiving in 12 games is pretty solid. So we're going to probably bring up this guy and try to pick him up, and then we'll let him go. Our running backs is somewhere that I'm looking at trying to pick up someone else. I really did like some of our players' performances. 3.8 yards a carry is not great, but our offensive line was not phenomenal last year, so I guess I can't complain about that. This guy had 4.2 yards a carry, and this guy also had 4.1 yards a carry. So I can't complain about that. I'm actually going to potentially bring some of these guys back. I do want to only bring him back. Let's bring him back on a 2-year deal. Can we bring him for like 2.6? Yeah, so we brought him back for 2 years, normal development. I think I might bring Mike Swift back as well. He's got 1 injury prone. We'll give him a $2.5 million deal over 2 years. So 2.6 and 2.5 million. We have what, like almost 80 million in cap space, 75 million. I'm gonna fire all our coaches and bring up a new coaching. I do want to get a new scheme in here for offense and defense. Defense, not really, but offense, I do not want three running backs. I want to let me up my brightness for a second there. But I do not want to bring, I'm probably not going to bring Philip Howard back. We're probably going to look to pick up a young running back. But we're going to get rid of all of these coaches. That guy's gone. This guy is going to be fired as well. And we're going to bring in a whole new coaching staff. We're going to keep our quarterback for our chief scout. And then are we going to keep this guy on? Sure, we'll keep him on. We'll look for a new head coach. I think I'm going to look for either spread. I think I'm going to look for spread. I don't know what kind of defense I'm looking to play. Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll go for like a high sack team. Not exactly sure. Like I said, let's see what we can do here. West Coast. Let's try the spread. We'll bring in this guy. This is going to be Scott Terrell, an ex-center who had a long, if unsuccessful, playing career. We'll bring him on for a 2-year deal, give him a chance for 2 years, and then we're going to look for a spread offensive coordinator. Please, here we go, balance. I'm not really looking for a balanced player, but it looks like offensive guard, this guy probably will be the best option. I'd like to bring in like a QB guru, but that is probably not going to happen. So we'll do the spread. We'll bring this guy in. We'll bring him in on a 2-year contract. We'll see how all these guys perform for 2 years, and then we'll go from there. So we'll look up for a hybrid. What is it? Hybrid zone. Yeah, hybrid zone. We have 2 options here. We have McDougal, XDT, unsuccessful playing career. And then this guy is a balanced. I think I'm going to bring this guy in for a 2-year deal, an ex-linebacker. Bring him in. So we look like we have a pretty solid crew here. We're going to sim into past the re-signing period. We're going to go see what we're interested in. We have the 8th overall pick in the draft. Our quarterback is still quick development, which is solid. And this is the scheme that I wanted to run. I'm really excited about these 2 wide receivers, and Darius Benjamin and Joe Carey, both 24 years old, 2 years experience, and both on very short or very low rookie contracts with quick development. Definitely going to be interested in picking some of them up. I'm looking for this tight end that I was going to bring in, which is Tommy Pagan, whatever it is, 467 yards. We'll bring him in for let's try like a 4-year deal. Bring him in for $2.6 million a year. That's going to up our tight end group a little bit. Offensive tackle and offensive guard, we're kind of looking to pick up. I don't really want to pay an old player. 11.3 million seems like a lot, but oof, that is, I don't know. Let's see if we have any players that are like under 25 years old. See what we can do here. Nothing great. I might just pick up some young players. Offensive tackle. We'll pick up this guy. I don't even know if that's worth it. We're going to do it. We're going to bring him in on a 1-year deal. 1-year, $3.8 million deal. Oh, he's quick development. Can't complain about that. And then we're going to go look for an offensive guard really quickly. 24 years old, 69 overall. We'll keep our guy for right now, see if we find anybody in the draft. We're looking for some D ends, D tackles, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties. We're looking for the whole team. We're looking to fill this team up. I do think I want to get a punter, but I'm not 100% sure. Anybody crazy that we really need to pick up? I don't see anybody out here. This cornerback does look nice, but I don't want to pay him that much. I feel like it's the one position tough to pay for is cornerback and safeties. And 93 injury prone is not my favorite. Nobody's looking too young. This offensive tackle looks good, but again, 74 injury rating is not great. And $11.3 million is something I don't want to pay. 27 years old at 8.3 for the offensive guard. Did we even pick up an offensive guard? I don't think we did. Let's go back here. We did not. So I think that's something we could look into. What is this guy? 27 years old, 83 for $8.3 million. He only played 8 games, which makes me think he probably was out for part of the year. There's really nobody out here I want to pay a lot of money to. So I think we may, let's go look at running back, see if we can find a young running back. Uh, Man, I don't know. Is this the guy we had last year? Someone we had last year. This guy had 4.8 yards a carry. I might bring him in as a backup. 81, 2.1 million is like nothing to pay. But I feel like we might bring in Greg Dawkins. No, we're not. He's got 99 injury prone. Philip Howard, 70, played with us last year. Do we bring out someone new? Justin James, 121s in 4 games, 3.9 a carry. Nothing great. Wow, that's kind of disappointed. This guy's probably going to be declining. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go. Here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in here, look at some free agents that I want to pick up. There's going to be nothing crazy, no big moves that we're going to really make. I'm looking to kind of develop through the draft. We're kind of building for the future. We're not building for this upcoming year. We're really looking for a developmental year again. Probably going to have similar record, maybe a little bit better. Maybe we'll be in the hunt. I'm hoping for the playoffs. For this upcoming year, hopefully we can be in the hunt, see what we can do, kind of make some jumps to see if we can, we have the 8th pick. Maybe we'll have the 12th pick, 4th, 13th pick, somewhere around there. Next year, this upcoming year. And we'll see where we go. We'll see what we can do. And, I'm hoping we can be on the outskirts of the playoffs, but we'll see what we can do on the improvements. Obviously, our team is a 76 overall. We're not going to compete. New England won the championship at an 82, plus they lost some players. But yeah, I see some potential with this team. I think we have a shot to make a little bit of a leap, maybe even sneak into the playoffs. We'll have to see. So I'll catch you guys in a second. I'm going to go through the free agency, see if there's any younger players that I'm interested in picking up. And I'll catch you guys here, and then we'll end it off there. I'll do the draft in next episode. So I'll catch you guys in a second and show you guys any players that we do pick up. All right, so here's our first trade of the offseason. We're getting rid of all of our defensive tackles. Nobody is great here. They're peak, declining, peak, and decline. So everybody's over 28 years old. So we're looking to get rid of all of them. They don't have much value. Clears a little bit of cap space, and we're getting a pick in return. So we're getting rid of a 6th-round pick this year, or is that next year? Looks like next year. Next year, 6th-round pick. 7th-round pick from 2024 for a 3rd-round pick, just to clear some cap space, and we're not going to really be looking at any of those D tackles to build around for the future. And again, we're probably looking at getting rid of all of these linebackers as well, and honestly, all of the cornerbacks as well. So I'm going to go get rid of some of those guys, and I will catch you guys in a second. We are now a 69 overall. Nice, but I will catch you guys in a second after I trade the rest of this team away, now that everybody has cap space. So I'll catch you guys in a second after I made some more trades and see if we pick up any potential linebackers that we're kind of looking to fill some holes. So catch you guys in a second. All right, so a little bit of another odd trade that we're going to be making. We're trading all of our linebackers. You guys can see not great values for some of these players, but they are older, and then one younger player is only a 66 overall. We're also getting rid of a 5th-round pick in 2024 and 2 7th-round picks, one in 2022 and 23 for a 3rd-round pick in 24, a couple of years from now, but going to help out and clears a little bit of cap space as we now have 88.6 million in cap space. So we traded away our entire D tackle. All of our D tackles are all of our linebackers. And now I'm looking to get rid of pretty much the rest of everybody else. Everybody else on offense, I'm kind of looking to keep. I think there's some potential here, or at least some pieces that will be good for backups and stuff like that. So what I'm really looking at getting rid of, I would love to get rid of J.J. Mullen. So I'm looking to get rid of J.J. Mullen. And then I will get rid of all of our cornerbacks and probably all of our safeties. I might keep this guy, but I'm not guaranteed to keep him. So I'm probably going to be looking to get rid of all the corners, all the safeties, and J.J. Mullen as well. So I'll catch you guys in a second after I make some more trades. Our defense is now a 53 overall. So anyways, catch you guys in a second after we make some more trades. All right, so we are trading all of our cornerbacks and both of our safeties. I know this guy has a lot of value at 1,023, but at 28 years old, 2 years left on his deal, I feel like it's just time to get rid of him, clear out the rest of this team, and this guy is going to want a new contract and he's making $9.3 million. We got to get rid of him. We're getting a 1st-round pick in 2024, 5th round, 6th round, and 7th round, all in 2024. And we've cleared even more cap space and we have 106 million. So we're going to make that trade. And the last player I'm looking to get rid of, who I've been in the mood and need to get rid of since last year, is JJ Mullen. Never touched the field last year, and it is just time for him to go. We're probably going to end up having to trade, package him in a 7th-round pick to get rid of his contract to just get a 7th-round pick back or some of their worst players. So it's going to be a struggle, but we're going to get rid of them, and then we're going to be looking at filling some of these positions. So I'll catch you guys in a second when I do finally get rid of JJ Mullen. All right, so you guys can see here we are going to be getting rid of JJ Mullen. I know it's kind of stupid to get rid of him when I could just let him play it out on his $13 million contract on the bench. He's 38 years old. He's probably going to retire after this next year, and he's not even going to start, and it probably makes sense to just stick him on the team just to keep him around. We have a ton of cap space. We're going to have over $100 million in cap space even before we trade him, but I just want him gone. I want to get rid of him. We got to clear house. It's time for him to go. We'll send him on to Denver. Get rid of him, package him with the 7th overall pick in 24 for the kicker that we're not even going to start, or he's not going to get any playing time. But we did have an injury this year to our starting kicker, so maybe there's a chance that he'll help out at some point. So we're going to make that trade just to get rid of him, clear out house, and we finally have the players that we want on this team that are going to be here for the long haul, or at least for a couple years while we rebuild this team. We are a 61 overall. You guys can see we're going to let this guy play out his deal. He is literally on a $100,000 contract, so he can stick around and he can play this year out, and then he will go. We have 115 million in cap space, and we need 3 D tackles, 4 linebackers, 3 cornerbacks, and 3 safeties. And D ends as well, but our offense is probably where I want to stick it at. I mean, if there's a chance we could pick up a offensive guard in the draft, that's something I'm definitely interested in looking at doing. But other than that, I'm fine with sticking with what we have. I like some of the players that we have. I'd like to see how much Patrick White wants for a contract extension. I'm not a big fan. Actually, I'm not really interested. Let's see how much he wants. He's going to want, this is weird. This is weird. He wants 0. This is very weird. Can we sign him to a 5-year deal? Okay. So it looks like no, he's not interested in extending my contract. I want to win championships, and I don't think I can do that here. That's fine. You can play your 1 year. That is fine. You didn't even have a great year this past year. So anyways, I'm going to pick up some players. I'm going to pick up some younger players for our entire defense. And I'll catch you guys in a second, show you guys the team, and then we will head into the draft in next episode. So catch you guys in a second. I'm going to pick up some players and see what we can bring this team to. All right, so you guys can see some of the players I ended up signing. I was looking to pick up some more players, but there's just not enough available in free agency that was good that I felt like made sense to sign. There's no point in paying a 75 overall player a lot of money for a multi-year contract. I brought in Cole Morgan, big contract, but I just wanted to give him a chance and see what he could do on the team. 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles last year, 2 TFLs. Not great, not terrible. He did get a championship last year, though, get a ring from playing in New England. We're bringing in Gunter. He didn't play last year, and we're bringing him in on a 6-year, $3.2 million contract, 75 overall, 24 years old. Might as well bring him in. And then we went out and we spent a fair amount of money on Aaron Sharp. There was someone else I did want to pick up, but I had to sim a week in free agency because you can only make 5 deals a week. Ended up picking him up in 17 games, had 1 forced fumble, 3 TFLs, no interceptions, but kind of just wanted to make a big splash. A quarterback that I really wanted to pick up was gone, so I ended up making a big splash, spending $7.5 million over 3 years. Not terrible. That's kind of a lot of money for an 82 overall, but at the same time, he's probably not going to be here for the long run, and he's just someone that we need to kind of put on the defense. We're 53 overall. Not great. We have a handful of draft picks in this upcoming year. I'm actually just going to show you guys what we have for picks. So we'll make that trade offer really quick just so I can show you. So for this year, we have the 3 first-round picks, the 8th, 9th, and 29th pick. We have 2 second-round picks, 8 and 28, a 3rd round at number 8, 6th round at number 8, and that is going to do it. Next year we have one over. Wow, I can't even talk. A 1st round, a 2nd round, a 4th, 2 5ths. The year after we have 2 firsts, a 2nd, 3 thirds, a 4th, 5th, and 2 6ths. So I'd like to pick up some more picks for next year if we do end up trading some of these players away. I mean, honestly, if we are really bad this upcoming year, I will consider trading Aaron Sharp if he has a bad year. Definitely something we could consider doing and something that is a possibility going forward. But this is where we're looking at right now. We're going to be moving into the draft. We can look at the draft pool, see if there's anybody that we're interested in. I mean, I'm going to look at quarterback if there's any quarterbacks that is great. This guy has high potential, but not great. Again, not great. So there's nothing too crazy here. Let's go back out of here. Check out some of the top players. There's two top corners in the draft this year, and they don't look great. This guy does not look good at all. This guy looks pretty solid. I'm going to star him. And this D end is not too bad. Linebacker. This guy's 20 years old. I definitely want to pick up that guy. This guy, linebacker's pretty solid as well. But yeah, there's a lot of players here at the top of the draft that we could be looking at getting. This offensive guard would be pretty good picking up. Another defensive end, D tackle. Just a lot of players. I mean, this wide receiver looks pretty solid as well. I just think there's a lot of potential here in the draft that we could pick up. We have 3 first-round picks, like I said. If we could pick up a couple of defensive players and just kind of deal with the offense, I'm really thinking we need to build some star players on defense to kind of try to make up and see what we can do. We're going to let Corey Vanoy play out his contract. I think that's the plan going forward. He has 2 years left. He makes $500,000 a year. So we're going to keep him on the squad. We're going to give him 2 more years and 2 more years at a chance. We're going to try to build a little bit better of a team around him. And like I said, all the rest of the holes you guys see on the offense or on the team in general, I'm going to try to pick up in the draft. And any of the players we don't end up picking up, we'll just scoop of some free agents that are left in the free agent pool. So that's the plan going forward. That's going to be it for today's episode. I'm going to sim through the last 2 weeks of free agency. We're going to sim through those really quickly. You guys can check out who ended up getting signed. And then, obviously, no Hall of Fame inductees. We'll sim through week 4, and this will bring us right into the first round of the draft and see who we are going to end up picking up in our, we have the 8th pick, like I said, the 8th pick, 9th pick, and the 8th or 9th pick, something like that. Guess and see who's coming up next. So yeah, we have 8, 9, and then 28, 29. And it says our team strengths, running back, tight end, and wide receiver. We need D tackle, safeties, and corners, obviously. So yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys do not follow my TikTok, I feel like I'm going to mention this in every single video. Definitely make sure to go follow my TikTok. I upload Madden 22 content over there on my TikTok and on the backup TikTok as well. Main TikTok, every TikTok. Wow. TikToks every single day. Jumbling up my words, but TikToks every single day. Double uploads on the weekends. If that interests you, link will be in the description to that. Sorry for butchering that outro, but I had to put it in there. A little bit of self-promotion. So thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate you guys for clicking on this video, and for you guys who stayed till the end of the video. It means so much to me. But without further ado, I'm going to end this one off. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys for the draft in next episode.